I got to talk. I got to tell what I feel. I got to talk about my life as I see it.
I'm the illest nigga alive. The illest nigga alive. Watch me prove it. I snapped your crown with your head still attached to it.
Come on, man. This is God-given. Only thing I got to do is just show up.
The nerve, the audacity.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for
Prophecies with the Prophet.
What is we talking about?
What's up, people? Welcome back to the Prophecies. Without vision, there is no understanding. Without understanding, there is no vision. We have a highly anticipated special show for y'all this evening. I hope everybody has their popcorn, their pens and paper, their questions on deck, whatever it may be. It's a super special show tonight, man. Welcome to the Prophecies, people. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, like, and share the video. How's everybody doing? Let's see who's all rocking. Say something in the chat so I can see who's all here. What's up, Marilyn? What's up, Tara? What's up, Janine? What's up, people? Are y'all ready for the fireworks, man? Are y'all ready for the fireworks, man? Nell's on his way. He said he's like 5 minutes away, people. He said he's like 5 minutes away. He should be pulling up at any moment. What's up, Stacy? I see you in the chat. Are y'all ready for tonight's show? So tonight's episode is entitled Man in the Mirror. And we're going to be discussing a couple things, man. We're going to be discussing a couple things. So y'all let me know, if y'all got any questions, if y'all got any specifics that y'all want to touch on, because we're going to dig a little deep today. It ain't going to be no pacifying. It ain't going to be no coddling. We're going straight for the gusto, man. We're going straight for the gusto. So welcome to Prophecies, people. What's up, Angelia? I see you in the chat. Like I said, first and foremost, y'all let me know how everybody is doing in the chat. The weather's been a little up and down here, so it was cold. It'd be cold at night, a little warm in the daytime. So I don't know what's going on, but is everybody ready for the holidays? I'm ready for this shit to be over just so I can get to my birthday. Y'all already know. But other than that, I'm chilling. I'm staying out the way. I'm chilling. How's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing, man? And also, if y'all have any thing specific that y'all want to address, make sure y'all put that in the chat or in the comment section. Yeah, it is bipolar as well, Tara. And like I always say for every episode, the link is in the description. So if anybody wants to come on and speak their piece, or they have a specific question that they would like to ask in person, the link is always there in the description. So you can come on and ask what you want to ask, man. What am I doing for my birthday? Let me see, man. I don't have any big plans. My only main plan that is my every year plan is to somewhere, somehow, be naked and get some buns. I mean, that's all I need. I'm not a complicated person, man. I'm a simple person. I have simple needs. That's all I need, man. That's all I need. I don't need all the extravagance. I don't need a big trip. I don't need a big dinner. I don't need big gifts. Just get naked. That's all. Just get naked. That's all. What's the problem is, man? I don't understand, man. What is the problem is, man? That sounds like a good time to me. That don't sound like a good time to y'all. Sounds like a good time to me. Sounds like a good time, man. But welcome to the Prophecies, people. Without vision, there is no understanding. And without understanding, there is no vision. Shout out to everybody that tuned in to last week's episode where we talked about family things and dealing with family and how family doesn't always stay family. Or, sometimes you just have to know where and how you can handle certain family. That's what we talked about last week on the prophecies. If y'all missed any of those episodes, please go back and watch those. Normally, the prophecies is a members only editions, but tonight it's available for everybody who's a subscriber. So shout out to everybody. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel now. Hit the live bell notification so you don't miss a thing. And get you a membership because we have exclusive content for all the members, man. So make sure if you don't have your membership, go and get your memberships now, man. Go and get your memberships now, man. That's what I thought, Janine. I thought that sounds great. That's what I thought. Marilyn talking about, oh God, that sounds like a good ass fucking time to be, Marilyn. You wildin'. That sounds like a good time, man. And Prophecies merch is available in all sizes and colors. Prophecies merch, hoodies and t-shirts is available in all sizes and colors, man. Now, as we wait on Nell to pull up with his slow ass, man, do y'all think Nell is ready? First and foremost, do y'all think that Nell is ready for this shit that we got going on here, man? Do y'all think Nell is ready, man? All right, then that you a member then, Marilyn. I don't see no tag next to your name though. Normally all the members got tags next to their names. I'll look into it for it, but I don't know if your membership might be a little shady right now. We're gonna have to look into that. We're gonna have to look into that, man. We're gonna have to look into that, man. We'll have to look into that, man. But yeah. What's up, people? Does anybody have any questions as we wait on Nell, man? Does anybody have any questions? Any topics they want to get out the way real quick? Any thoughts on what's going on right now? Just in general, just so we can kill some time real quick as we wait on this guy, man. What's the word, people? Are y'all ready for Christmas or y'all over it already? Because I've been over it. I've been over it. I don't even care about a New Year's, all of that shit can blah blah. All of that shit can fly by, man. All that shit can fly by, man. But, it is what it is, man. Tara says she's done. What does that mean, Tara? Are you done with Christmas or are you done your Christmas shopping? Angelia saying, I'm ready, but ready for it to be over too. I ain't mad at it. No, I didn't watch the Jamie Foxx special yet, but I will watch it either tonight or tomorrow. I've seen mixed reviews on it. I've seen some people saying they love it. I've seen some people saying it wasn't funny. I just want people to realize that it wasn't like, he didn't come out to be like, yo, this is about to be the funniest shit y'all ever heard. It's basically, I'm alive and I'm just showing y'all and telling y'all what happened. And is there maybe some funny parts here and there? Yeah, but this isn't a straightforward comedy joint. It's more or less him explaining his story, man. All right, Tara saying she's done Christmas shopping. And what's up, Tanya King? I see you in the chat. Janine saying I'm done shopping. Y'all got y'all shopping done early, man. See, I don't have to do shopping for a lot of people, man. I only got my kids, Shorty, myself. Yeah, I only got like 3 or 4 people, so I'm cool. I'm sending out cash apps, man. I ain't doing all that. I'm just sending out cash apps, man. Cash or cash apps, all that stuff. I ain't doing no shopping no more. I'm done with that. Angelia saying the Jamie Foxx show was okay. Yeah, it was basically a testimony. It wasn't like a normal stand-up comedy, full-out comedy special. It was just, him sharing his story. Thank you, Angelia. I don't know why y'all deal with all this family people. I don't got time for it. I'm a small circle person. I'm cool on the big family stuff. Been there and done that. Anybody cooking? That's all. That's all I need to see. Is anybody cooking, man? Is anybody cooking? That's all. Where is Isha at this time? I have 9 grandkids. I don't have no choice. I don't care about them grandkids, Ainsley. You know I'm team fuck them kids. I could care less about a grandkid. The grandkids. Fuck them kids. I cannot. I need to get my car together. What does that mean? Saying, she says I don't have many, but I need to get my car together. What does that mean? Got car issues? Oh shit! People now is pulling up. Let me see if I can get my son to go let him in, man. See how this goes, y'all. Bear with me for a second. Bear with me for a second, people. Bear with me for a second as we see if we can get Nell in, man. As we see if we can get Nell in, man. He's supposed to be outside right now, Maryland. I'm trying to see if my son gonna go let him in, man. All right. My son about to go let him in, man. Is y'all ready? Are we ready, people? What's the word? Are we ready? Oh, she said gifts and yes, shop. What's your shop action? I don't know what's happening right here. I don't know what's happening right here, Tiger King. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. What is shop action? Can somebody tell me what shop action is? Whew. Let me see, man. I'll open this up for y'all, man. I hear some activity, people. I hear some activity. We might have action. We might have action. Oh, Tara, did you take any Tylenol? I had a headache. I just took a couple Tylenol because I had a headache. I just took a couple Tylenol. Did you take any Tylenol? I had a headache. I just took a couple Tylenol because I had a headache. Who's bringing that echo into my shit? Yo, you bringing an echo into my shit?
Yeah.
Have a seat, good brother. The people's waiting for you. Look who's here, y'all. Look who's here, y'all. What is that saying? I need to put this on the big screen. All right, I can dig it. What's up, Tara? Yeah, man. Welcome, Nell, to the Prophecies.
What's poppin'? I ain't like y'all don't know who this is.
Welcome to the Prophecies, man. The Prophecies is without vision, there is no understanding, and without understanding, there is no vision. So, we want to work through a couple things and see what's going on with Nell today, man. How's your mental today, Nell? How you feeling? What's life like right now?
I'm glad we did this week. We were supposed to do it last week. Something came up because I was in a different place mentally last week. You know, it depends on your day. You know what I mean? If you got a good day, your mental is clear. You can kind of approach things with a different aspect. But for the most part, I'm good. Life is good. Everything is good.
Solid. All right, I wanna begin this by saying, one day I was at work, right? It was a Friday, just maybe like a couple of weeks ago, man. And I get a text from my big brother. You know my big brother, right?
Yes, sir.
I get a text from my big brother, right? And he like, yo, these girls is talking about Nell, man. And my brother don't be on no internet shit. Like, my brother is like far distance from UM and all of that shit. My brother is like different from this shit. So if my brother is texting me some shit, then that means some shit is going on outside. See, we don't play these internet games because they know. I tell them all the time, I don't give a fuck about this internet shit. like I live real life. Like, I don't be giving a fuck about no internet shit. So when some real life shit comes to me, and I'm like talking about Nell, and y'all know how we do. Like, you can't talk about Nell.
Exactly.
So I'm like, what the fuck you mean talking about Nell? So he like, they saying he a liar, man. I'm like, he a liar? I don't want to hear that shit, yo. I don't even want to hear that shit. I don't even want to hear that shit. But I know when it's coming from outside, then some shit has to start getting addressed, man. Some shit has to start getting addressed. We got to start seeing where some shit is coming from, what is going on, all things of that nature, man. So just in general, I guess we could start from the beginning now.
That's good.
So there was a time where you said you were talking to a therapist about your anger or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm going. You know, we still make sure we go to our appointments and make sure that we go to, you know, sit down and speak to someone. I think, again, as I said, you know, time and time again on Uncensored Minds, you know, on a number of different platforms along with our sneaker show. Talking to somebody is key. Having a conversation is necessary. For one, it releases pent up aggressions that you may have or may not know you have.
Right.
It releases things that the unconscious pushes back, so it can, you know, feel like it's gotten rid of it, but it really hasn't. And then once you start talking, you start unearthing those issues and those problems, and you start to. Other people can then decipher, you know, people that are trained in those fields can just start to decipher where a lot of this is coming from.
All right, so my basic thing with therapists is like, I think everybody should, you know, seek therapy if they need to or whatever, and just have somebody to talk to, whatever, you know, however that falls.
For sure.
But my issue be like, sometimes the therapist will tell you what's going on or why this is going on, but the therapist don't give you an answer all the time.
Yeah.
On how to correct this shit.
For sure, and that's why I got 3.
All right.
Right? I got.
What's up, Lady B? I see you.
I got my core, who I started with. Then as you get to a certain point, you graduate, right? Because they may be too invested, so it gets to kind of be a little stale. So you need to then graduate to someone else because you've crossed that, you've gotten over that hurdle, and now you need someone else to take you to other steps. Or you might just need a different type of balance and just to hear something different. So I actually, you know, have 3. You know, and the reason why I have 3 is the main person is just a fallback. You know, that's core. And then I have the other ones who, one is a mentor, who I consider a mentor. So that's a little different just going to therapy, but that's somebody who I confide in and talk to. And then I have a second therapist who, you know, is kind of learning me as I am going forward with a different perspective,
right?
You know, and a newer perspective. So that's why, you know, you can never have too many people to talk to. Absolutely.
All right, so I want to kind of find the root of this, or, you know, dig a little bit into it. So it's like, where do you think that the anger stems from? Because I've known you since a kid, and I know I wasn't there, like,
for sure,
up under your ass every day. No. but I've known you.
I think in this segment right here, you've known me the longest of anybody,
right?
And you know this is not a facade,
right?
Like, you know me from when we was young kids,
right?
And you know, I've always had that aggressive side,
right?
But I also have a loving and tender and very, very caring side.
Right.
As we get older, we change. We're not the same as we were when we were younger. A lot of things don't just roll off our back as easily as when we were younger. We understand we understand things a little bit differently as we get older, and our patience get thin. You know, I used to, when we used to be kids on the block bouncing the basketball, for the life of us, we couldn't understand why the older people hated that. But now, as an older gentleman, older than what I was then, and having responsibilities like work and, you know, I just want a peace of mind. That noise is unnecessary to those. So, you know, as we get older, we start to get settled in our ways a little bit. Things that we come to understand and come to know and love and not like so much. You know, that's what shapes us to where we are now. So a lot of it, just to answer your question, to get back to where I'm at now with it, is I hate for people to play on the intelligence that you know you have. Right. And I've said it time and time again. I know people, and I know people in real life, not just this internet life and this facade that we put.
Hold on, because that's where I wanted to ask about this. So, do you think that's a thing because is somebody challenging you, or you might feel like they're challenging you? You think that's what sparks the anger?
No, I just know when that people know, bro. I think people know what it really is, and we play dumb. We play like we don't understand, or we play this. And people hate this word, but we play a victim a lot of the times to our own opinions and our own feelings. And understand, we all got feelings and we all got, you know, perspectives and understandings. But I think people got more common sense than they let on. And I used to kind of be the complete opposite, thinking that people wasn't like you brought it up in a couple of shows that we had. People are dumb, and I never wanted to attach that to people because I don't like to put a negative connotation on somebody. But
I don't think it's negative; it's truth.
It is a truth, but I think people play dumb a lot more times than they really let on because they be knowing what it really is. Especially if you explain. Like if I've never explained me to you, then I can't get upset if that comes about. But if I said to you, hey, yo, I don't like this, or I like this, or this is something that is an aggressive button pusher. When you continue to keep doing
so that would be my initial question. You know, as Tanya King is asking, like, do you know you? Like, do you know your triggers?
Hell yeah, I know my triggers. I know my triggers, and I told my triggers on here a number of different times, right? But people will tell me that I'm not supposed to have that. I'm not supposed to feel that. I'm not supposed.
Everybody has triggers.
We all have triggers, absolutely. But I'm being told you're not supposed to have those things as triggers.
No, you're allowed to have triggers, but it's how you control those. It's how you react to those triggers.
But when you tell somebody, I'm not fully there yet, right? Because no one's perfect. If I was perfect, I can move in a uniform way of knowing how to control certain things. I'm going to be honest. I'm not there to the point where I can always fully control it. Now, I do have self-control to an extent where I'm like, yo, you know what? This is going left. I'm going to step away from this and I'm going to let you have it.
All right. So if you feel like you're not fully there yet, do you feel like you're ready for a partner?
For sure.
But how? You can't control it?
No. Because that has, you can be ready for a partner and have flaws. Because we're all without flaws. And someone else's flaw might be whatever, like my flaws, your flaws, we all got flaws, right? But it's all about the understanding of having that conversation, right?
Do you think you have those conversations?
Yeah, I tell people from the start.
Do you think that they like take it in?
Nah.
This is some shit that I tell you all the time, and I'll be like, yeah, you can say that shit to them, but they're not going to apply it.
You're getting a male perspective tonight. Like a lot of the times that when you had guests on, you had a lot of female guests on, right? And I don't think people apply the things that you tell them, right? Because you could tell them, yo, I don't like this. As we know, one of my pet peeves is text messages. I'd much rather you call me, even if you call me to curse me out, I'll take it. Then I would like a call more than I would like to see a long ass text. I've said that several thousand times, but I'm not supposed to want that. I'm not supposed to let that be the narrative or whatever the case, or I'm being told, oh well, that's how, whatever the case may be. Like people listen to what only they want.
Right. But I'll explain that to you. And you might not know this because you don't have kids yet, so you might not know this. But you have a strong voice. So when you're speaking to people, especially females, they're not going to be able to handle your voice. So they may have to hit you with the long text, or they may have to get their shit out through text messages because your voice is always going to overpower them. It's just like even with my kids, I don't have to really like physically do shit to my kids. If I raise my voice enough, they're going to cower. Cool. So that's basically what happens. I'm just trying to tell you that this is how it flows. Like with women, you have to be mindful that your voice is powerful. And when you speak or when your voice raises, they're going to cower.
That's understandable. And you know what? When you sit back and you look at things and you say, all right, cool, let me try this. I read the message. Instead of me responding, I'll give a phone call. I need to, because that's just how I choose to answer it back. Because I actually want to hear you tell me what the problem is. Because I done seen 57 things in here, and I'm trying to get to the root of what the problem is. So tell me what the problem is. And it be what you seen my text. How much rather you tell me? Now, cool, I seen it. That's the reason why I'm reaching out, because now I want to have an understanding. This is how I now communicate. I communicate verbally than through text message.
Right.
I don't have time to sit there and craft out a whole sentence, a whole paragraph, and none of that. All right, you got yours out, right? Because you got yours out. Now let me now call you to see exactly what's going on. Right? Because now I'm trying to get understanding.
Right, but what I'm saying is you gotta understand that there's a fear on their side. Like even when you call or say call me, there's a fear on their side. Because like I'm just saying, your voice is stronger than theirs. It's always, and even when they be like, I can match that shit and I cuss back, they gonna cry later. but they gonna be crying for like 2 days.
Cool, but this is what so do we understand what the true meaning of partnership is? Because if you're saying you ready for a partnership, you ready for a commitment, you ready to be together, then you gotta understand the highs and lows that come with it. And people don't understand that. Because look, I got a conscience. Right. Let's say we do have an argument. Right. Knockdown, drag out argument. No hands is being thrown because I ain't with the physical. But a knockdown, drag out argument, we going back and forth. My voice might be raised, your voice raised. I'm yelling, you curse, I'm cursing, whatever the case may be. At the end of that conversation, that shit don't feel good to me. Right. My conscience is like, yo, we went too far and we really didn't accomplish anything. Right. And that's not even with a love interest. That even is with people outside. Because with me, like if I care enough to even be having a conversation or trying to get your side and you trying to hear my side or whatever, I really care. So I'm not just going to brush it off. We can have an argument or disagreement and I'm going to feel a type of way afterwards. And what that's going to do is that's going to humble me. Right. To be able to then when we have a conversation, be like, cool, this shit got out of hand. Now we see what we don't need to do. Let's figure this out going forward.
Right, you got to figure out a way to not get to that point.
For sure.
But what I'm saying is, so see how you just said, I can take that in, and then I'm going to feel bad, and then, my logic is going to start kicking in the X, Y, and Z. That's not how they operate. Like, how they operate, how a lot of them, or just females in general, fuck all y'all, but just females in general, how they operate is they like the punch. Remember they said the punch is less than the words. The punch
stands for a couple hours,
right?
And then it goes
and then
away.
it's over.
The words is going to stick.
Yeah, the words is going to stick. The yelling and all that shit is going to be scars on them, and they gonna always remember that shit. That shit gonna always play back in their minds. It's gonna always be a scar there that's way more deeper than a physical. So you, as the man, you have to know that. Like, you got to be the leader. We say we want partnership shit, and I want a partner as well, and I'm with you, but it ain't that.
For sure.
it ain't that. We got to be leaders. We have to be the leaders in the situation and understand, how they operate.
But, and I get it. And again, that's a word that I want to take out my vocabulary, because but means I get it, but I don't give a fuck. Right. But that's all well and good. And I understand the leadership role because we do as men, we are entrusted with leadership qualities. That's just what it is. That's just the hierarchy that comes about. But as my partner, I think that gets lost in translation a lot because as my other half has to understand and know the same way I'm supposed to understand and know her.
But they don't.
But we gotta see that's where love and life has been lost. That's right. Okay. Love and life has been lost. I don't
think that's been lost. I think that's never a thing.
No, it has been a thing because I've seen it. Like I see it every day. I've seen it. Like in a lot of my views go back to, and a lot of this shit that we go through in life is upbringing. Right. A lot of the things is what we've been susceptible to. A lot of the things that we go through is things that we've never learned, and we learn them on the fly. I seen firsthand a man and a woman's dynamic. I seen the good, I seen the not so good, but it never got to the point where it wasn't. It couldn't have been repaired with a conversation or an understanding.
But that's that man and that woman.
No, but that's
not for the majority.
And I'm not trying to be the majority. I'm trying to be what I know to be the case, or what I've learned, or what I come to want. Because we all have wants and needs, right? And we're supposed to be able to express our wants and needs to a person, and also still be flexible in understanding that our wants and needs can always overshadow somebody else's. All I want is happiness. You know what? Because people will say they want peace, they want this, that, and the third. Happiness means more to me than anything else because I understand everything ain't always going to be peaceful. Right. Everything ain't always going to be correct. Everything ain't always going to be right.
But everything ain't always going to be happy.
Yeah, it's not. But when you got the core value is let's make each other happy, then you know what you're striving to get back to. And you're not just swimming to an unknown destination. You're swimming back to that island that you've already been to, which is your happy place. I think people go into these partnerships not truly knowing what they really want. They just got an idea of I want to be with somebody.
Oh, that's a fact.
Right? I want to be attached to somebody, not knowing what goes with going to be attached with somebody. That's a lot of work goes into that. And we're learning that on the fly, right? Again, when we talked about not having emotional intelligence, right? We also need to put this also up there as well. People don't know really what it is to love, right? Because people say they know how to love, but how you don't even know how to love yourself. It starts with yourself. You'll do crazy nonsense things to yourself, and then you'll expect for you to be able to give love to somebody else. You don't know it yet. You think you've experienced or you think you know what it is, but you just again spinning your wheels.
All right, so what are you mentally like practicing to where as though you can catch yourself before like you get into an argument?
Sustainability, right? And that's and a number of connotations come with that. Sustainability. It's just not needing to win the argument.
Yeah, basically.
It ain't even about winning an argument. It's more or less just expressing my opinion.
You know what I think it is? I think it is when you right and you know you right, that's a battle for you.
I think not even for me, because when I say what I gotta say, I say what I gotta say, and the other person might not be able to take that because they don't know. It's like sometimes saving face is just saying.
No, I mean, even when you're right.
Yeah, but I'm saying saving face. People don't like just know how to say. All right, I understand. You know what? Right. You make a great point.
Right.
Let me look into this a little bit. Or he or she made a couple great points tonight. Let me take a step back out from my emotional place and let me do some self-assessment. Right. That's for me where my conscience kicks in. I have that mental conversation with myself every time I have a disagreement with somebody, an argument or whatever. I have that. Yeah, I have that inventory.
That comes past tense.
It does come past tense, but we gotta
nip
within the moment. But again, you have a lot. But then your person, or not even just your person in a sexual, physical sense, but people in your life, family, friends, everything. if you talk to them and tell them if they know you, right? If you truly are invested in a person, you know that person.
Right.
You know the ins and outs of them. You know what's going to trigger them. You know what's going to make them happy. You know whatever. People don't do that homework and investigation no more. People don't dig deep. It's surface level. It's surface level love. Love ain't deep no more. Love ain't. I'm digging deep into this motherfucker to see what makes them tick. I know that they don't like this. I know they like that. I know I can say this. I know I can't say that. I can play a little bit here. I can play a little bit there. I know what it takes to bring that person back out of their doldrums. I know what it takes to get that person to calm down. We don't do that no more. We surface love. We say, "Oh, I love you." We'll send a couple cute texts. We'll go on a couple dates. We'll hang out with each other. We'll be around each other and all that. And that means love. That's not love. That's a like, or that's an infatuation.
Do you understand what Tanya King is talking about here? We had conversation on UM about conversations and communications where sometimes you're just required to listen and not speak.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that may be an issue for you?
What?
To not speak, just to listen.
But then when you don't speak, let's be real. Can we be real tonight? But no.
Prophecy.
But let's look at it. Me and you are both men, right? And we don't have that overly emotional femininity, right? If something is being said to us and we don't respond, we just listen. Do they really let that go? It's, do you hear me? Or you're not responding. Right. Or that's all you're going to give me. Oh, okay. Or cool. Yeah, I listen. Because everything that you said to me, I heard you. And I put it in play.
But that's not I don't think that's the instance that she's speaking of. I think she's speaking of not in the instance where they're looking for a response. I think she's speaking in the instance of where they just want to be heard.
Cool, that's fine.
So there's going to be an instance where women just want to be heard, and you just have to give them the floor to speak without responding. So they make sure.
I do. I really would just sit there and let you talk. Okay. Cool. You want to talk? Go ahead and talk. I'm listening. Okay. But then you can't say you just listen sometime and not have a response. But then if you ask me for my response, or you ask me to then comment, then what do I do?
Well, if they ask for a response, then you give her a response. But even there is going to be certain times where you know your response is going to take shit left. Yeah. You definitely in those instances don't respond.
For sure. But I don't think people truly are listening. Like I said, it takes time, it takes practice, it takes an understanding, it takes balance to get to these points. Right. Again, I don't profess to be perfect. I'm never going to sit up here and tell y'all that I am not a firecracker. We already know that is the case. People know it is what it is. But the real ones, the real people who know me, been in my presence, really took the time to understand, see, yo, dog is really an all right person.
I think everybody knows that. I think everybody knows that you're a good guy. I think it's only this shit that gets lost in the anger part. So, like sometimes when you get passionate or whatever, that's an emotional part. You're a Cancer. That's why we told you the zodiac shit. You gotta read your zodiac shit because a lot of that shit is in there for you to understand, what's built in, in your DNA or in your universe and all of those things. When you get passionate, that is a sign of your horoscope sign. That's a sign of a Cancer. So passion is the highest form of emotion.
For sure.
So you can't say, I don't get emotional, because you get passionate.
Oh, I never said I know I get it's a part of passion. Emotion is a passionate action of emotions.
Right. So once you know that, once you know as a person, I get passionate. That's how I show my emotion or whatever that is. You gotta know, all right, I need to take a minute.
Well, hold. Ain't your person and your partner and your person supposed to understand that? No. We can't say I'm supposed to understand and recognize. We can't say.
I'm not saying that they're not supposed to understand that. I'm saying you gotta check yourself. Fuck the other people.
But
all right, we're not in control of what other people do. Wait a minute.
Cool.
Well, hold on. Wait a minute. We're not in control of how other people react or what they understand. You're only in control of you.
Exactly.
So you gotta know, I'm getting passionate, I'm getting emotional, I gotta take a minute.
I do shut it down. Since I've been doing this, like a lot of my aggression and anger ain't the same as before, right? Because I see going down that, and I will tell the person quick, yo, cool, I'll holler at you later. I'm not doing this right now. We're not doing this. I'm not going that route. You got it. You got it. And I should be afforded that.
What's up, Stephanie?
I should be afforded.
We all should be
the step away moment, the step away portion of it.
We all
but it's not always granted.
Right. We all should be afforded that, and it's not always granted. And like I said earlier, you got to know that as a man, that's how women operate. They're not going to always grant you the shit that they're supposed to grant you. They're not going to always do the shit that we're expected to do for them. They ain't going to do that shit. This is shit I'm telling you. You have to know that shit. You got to know that shit. They're not going to understand my shit, but they want me to understand their shit. They're not going to shut the fuck up, but they want me to shut the fuck up. These are all things that you got to understand.
You know what? As you start to understand and you sit back, you just be like, yo, I let it sit another day. I don't got time. Like I tell a person, if I'm not for you, you do what's best for you. I don't hold nobody hostage.
Right,
I don't keep nobody in a place.
That's not a breaking point. That's not a breaking point. That's just
it's my peace point.
Right. Yeah, you can choose that.
It's my peace point because at the end of the day, if this is whatever the case may be, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't have time. I'm just not in that point no more of arguing and fighting with nobody about nothing. Like it is what it is.
Say what you gotta say, Marilyn. What the fuck? Say what you gotta say, Marilyn. Say what you gotta say, man. Like I said, people, the link is always in the description, and say whatever the fuck y'all gotta say in the chat, man. But the point is, we're trying to eliminate things from getting to the red button. That's all. That is the whole point of conversations, is to eliminate those, because it just be unnecessary in certain situations, and it's hurtful to people that care about you. Because there's a lot of people in the chat that care about you. You know, I care about you. So there's a lot of things, you know, that we can squash before we get to that point. Do you feel like you have empathy for women? Mm-hmm. Because sometimes it takes people a while to get there. It took me, you know, I had to go through some shit to get there. Mm-hmm. You know, when I was a young boy, I was an asshole. Everybody knows that. Like, I didn't give a fuck. But, you know, after you go through some shit, then, you know, you might gain some more of that. So when it comes to that, like, you have to be empathetic towards women when they're emotional, when they're feeling some kind of way. Not always to brush off their feelings or just to allow them that space. Even if we feel like it's bullshit, you still gotta allow that.
For sure.
So that's the empathy part of it, man. What's up, people? Do y'all have any questions? I see people in the chat, man. Let's see what's going on over here, man. I seen somebody saying love is a chance. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does love is a chance mean, Tiny? What does that mean? I don't think love is a chance. I think that people don't understand what love is really supposed to be. They have these superficial ideals of love or whatever in their brain, but that don't mean that's what it's supposed to be. I don't know what love is a chance is supposed to mean. They're saying the name calling. What do you have to say about the name calling now?
What?
Just the name calling in reference to speaking to people, calling them names.
Or just walking up to people and calling them names?
No, if you're having an argument and calling people names, right?
I say, look, this is what is like. I don't think people hearing what needs to be heard. I'm never going to sit up here and play this perfect person.
Right.
I've done shit, I've also took accountability for the shit that I've done. I've apologized to people and said my piece. You can't like at a certain point, right? We can't sit up here and hold. If you want to hold somebody hostage for something they did, that's on you, right? All I can do is say, yo, this is what it was. I apologize if I said whatever I said. Cool in the game. Absolutely. And move accordingly. Right, afterwards.
But for not even, like, let's not even go there. Let's take away the name.
Yeah, but again, coming from a place of not being perfect, right? Coming from a place of whatever. That shit happens sometime, right?
I'm not name calling.
That's you. You not me. I'm not you.
Right.
Because it's times on the show, you might have said these bitches ain't shit. Or you had a shirt on that said
but
that.
I'm not calling my people names. I'm speaking about talking to your people. I ain't talking about just talking in general. In general, yeah, we go name calling. I'm talking about when you're talking to somebody that you're dealing with.
Yeah, that's something I have to learn.
Yeah,
that's something I have to learn. Absolutely. I'm not going to sit up here and say I never did it. Right. I said I did it before. Right. Absolutely. And what I've done, I've apologized for it. Right. And that's all I can do. I can't go back and change the past. What I can do is go forward in the future and say, yo, or amend of something that I did in the past and say, yo, if I hurted you or I disrespected you or whatever a case may be, I apologize. But it is what it is.
Okay. All right. Does anybody have any more questions, people? Does anybody else have any more questions? So this is what somebody wanted me to ask you, Nell, because I can never find this sense of anger, right? I would be like, I've known this nigga for the longest. I don't know, where the anger stems from or how it comes about. And they would say to me, well, see, wasn't he a little bit bigger before? And was it how people treating him? I was like, when I was around him and he was bigger, I never noticed people like saying shit or like I never noticed people treating you any different when you were bigger.
What you mean?
Like how they carried you, like how women carried you when you were bigger. I never noticed like if that happened. Is that a thing? Like
carry me?
Yeah, like did they treat you differently when you were bigger?
I don't know what carry me means.
That means like were they more like now? Are you getting the same attention? Like how did they carry you?
I always got attention. I ain't gonna never say that. But it is. I don't see. That's not something I take into consideration. I don't even let that shit into my play. Like I don't care about what people think or how they look at me from a different circumstance or whatever. Like people gonna have whatever thoughts in their mind they gonna have. Like, so are you saying when I was bigger, people treated like?
No, I'm saying that they asked me, could that be something? And I said, could that be a reason for your anger? Because now, since you don't have the weight, you could puff a little bit more. You could puff a little bit more.
Nigga, I was always.
But I said.
But when we was kids though, like when we go to play ball,
right?
You already know what that was like. So like it's not like, and I was heavy then. I was
right, but I said I'd never, even when you were bigger, I said I'd never seen women carry you a different way.
Yeah, it never. Nah, I always got attention. So it's not like I don't know what attention looked like, or I lost weight and I felt I got this like sense of like bravado that says, "Shit, I'm the greatest man alive." I don't even carry myself like that. I don't even carry myself with this selfish. With this, I don't even carry myself with this negative air. Like, oh, I'm the shit. I don't like. I really don't. People don't know this, and I say this, but people don't seem to understand this. I'm such an introvert now. I much rather play the back. I much rather play the cut. I much rather play the crib. I don't have to be the center. I'm never the center of attention. I don't have to be the center of attention. I don't want to be the center of attention, and I don't. But people have this false sense of understanding of what Darnell is, right? Because they see and they formulate a judgment from that, right? Prime example. I could post a picture on social media. I do exactly what somebody else does, right?
Right.
And somebody might say, I'm fishing for attention. You just posted 76 pictures of yourself on your page. I post one every month or every whatever, and I'm fishing for attention because people are saying shit. I don't got time for that, man.
What is happening?
Do that.
What you want?
Why always in the dark?
What you want? Light? I'm looking like who shot John? I'm in the bed. What the hell?
Easy lady. What you got? What's your question you got?
I got a question because Darnell said something like, um, if somebody call him and say, or they want to talk about something, you'll be like, look, I'm not entertaining that right now. I'm not doing that right now. So that can be a problem if whatever it is that that person wants to talk to you about, if that's an issue that she's having and she wants to get it off her chest, and for you to just brush it off or put it under the bed or put it to the side, it's just like you basically telling her what's on her mind or what she's concerned about is not important to you, but it may be important to her. So that can be a problem right there.
What do you think about that? No, I got a response to that, but
So
yeah.
Go ahead. Let me hear. Let me hear the responses.
like
Go ahead.
riddle me this:
I'll get my answer.
if I was just told that if I feel like I'm going into it,
that's what I was about to say,
and I say, all right, now's not the time for this. Let's table this for another time, or things are starting to get out of control because you saying things, I'm saying things, and I feel like it's going to escalate. Am I not as a human being afforded the right to say, now is not the time. Let's discuss this later. Like, that is the mature approach to take, but y'all don't want that.
Not mature.
But then y'all can't.
But they're not mature.
Now it don't make sense.
But women is not mature.
But now it don't make sense anymore. So like, if you want me to be conscientious of anger and my response,
right? If
you want me to be conscientious of the way I talk and feelings, and it's starting to get out of control, am I not displaying self-control by saying, all right, cool, this conversation is now starting to get out of hand?
But that's what I'm saying. I got 2 points.
But it don't even have to. We don't even have to be like 5 seconds into the conversation. All right, I'm gonna just say, for example, I call you, I'm like, Donnell, what you said earlier or what you said yesterday kind of bothers me. Can we talk about that? Oh, I'm not getting into that right now. Huh?
Yeah, that's my job. Is that not my right though? Like, y'all don't make, it's not making sense.
It is, but it's like you're brushing a situation or an issue that's bothering. Just because say your partner, if it is your partner or whatever, you're brushing the issue that she's having under the rug. So how you think that's making her feel?
But what if the opportunity ain't right now? What if I'm at work? Or what if I'm involved in something? Or what if I'm doing something? Or what if I just came out of being in my own emotional place and I understand that it's going to carry something over? I have the right to say, let's talk about this some other time. Now is not the right time. That's self-control.
Right. Okay. But my point, and I see both of y'all sides. But what I'm saying to you is that what she's saying, they don't care. Like they don't care if you're not in the right space for this right now. If it's something,
don't say that they don't care. Don't say that. That's not true.
I tell the truth. First of all, you just said. Did you not just say? You just said.
But that don't mean we don't care. That don't mean we don't care, T.
What the fuck do it mean then?
You can't get that out of that. You can't take that out of that.
Yo, if he say, I don't want to talk about this right now, or I don't want to go there right now, but you want to talk about it, how does that not mean? Wait a minute. How does that not mean we don't care?
All right, listen.
That means we don't care how you feel.
I'm going to give him that. All right, just say I give him that. Just say I give him that, okay?
No, I'm not saying for you to give him that. I'm trying to show y'all both sides.
I see. And listen, I'm telling you, I see what you're saying, right? I understand that. Now, okay, you do say, okay, now is not the time. Can we talk about this later? All right, fine. Okay, we can talk about it later. And then later, it's the same thing. I'm not going. It's just admit that it's not a topic that you want to talk about at all, instead of keep brushing it off and brushing it off and brushing it under the rug.
But
just come straight out and say,
if I said now is not the time, that means now is not the time because I understand where it could go. And I'm saving that conversation for a time when it's convenient for both parties to have a mature conversation. Because everything don't be the All
right, hold on now. What she's saying is that time never comes about.
Right. Then you bingo.
So does that so that means that person is on a time clock? So you supposed to get back to them within the next 5 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever? Maybe
what's the time, Marilyn?
No, it's not. No. not 5, 10, 15 minutes, but just get back to it and let's have a conversation about it. Because if we don't never have that conversation,
Right.
y'all relationship is never gonna be right because this person is still carrying that issue that she's
Right.
having with her. So this conversation is a conversation that has to be had at some point.
Right. Right.
But are y'all going to listen? Because a conversation is a conversation. So if I say I'm willing to have this conversation at another time, does that afford us to both have the conversation, or does that just mean I'm supposed to listen and be in agreement?
No,
that's not a conversation. That's a dictatorship.
I'm agreeing with him. I'm like, no, a conversation is two people talking. I'm talk, you listen, and then you talk, I listen. That's a conversation.
Right. Hold on. But Marilyn, can you tell me if I'm right on this side? Is there times that women say they want to have a conversation, but they really just want to say what they want to say?
Yeah. All the time.
Well, that's not true.
No, listen, sometimes they do, not me.
Right.
It's like, no, for real. No, but no, that do happen sometimes. It really do, because sometimes, depending on what the conversation is, I might feel that I'm right, and whatever you say is wrong. I don't even even gotta say nothing because I'm right.
Right, Marilyn. So let's stay right there. And that's the point that I'm trying to get to him. He's looking at it logically, and it ain't a logical thing. It ain't a logical thing. Sometimes when they say that bullshit, they just want to say what they want to say, and they don't want you to give back. They don't want to give back. They just want to say what they want to say. Yeah. And if that's your girl and you love her, you just gotta let her do that.
Let her get it off her chest.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's all. Let her get it out. Have that conversation. Make her understand. Like, all right.
That's really not a hold up. That's really not a conversation then.
It's a conversation.
Hold up. Yeah, I know. But we got to stop saying conversation and just let us and speak to the person directly and say, let me just say what I want to say. I hear that better than saying a conversation. My definition of a conversation. I know, but my definition of a conversation is
I'm the truth teller here. I'm telling the truth.
Instead of saying let's have a conversation, let's just say I want to talk and not nothing be said back. I can hear that better than let's have a conversation, because a conversation to me is us both having dialogue. Right. So logically, illogically, feelings or whatever, just use bro verbiage with me. Real verbiage to me is, Darnell, I want to talk to you and I don't want you to say shit, nothing back. Just hear me, and then people hang the phone up.
Look, don't
tell me.
I would never.
You know why? You know why?
I would never do that. I would never do that.
I would never do that because that's not getting me nowhere. If I'm just talking and you don't have no feedback, if you don't have no feedback to what I'm saying, then that's pointless. I'm just talking. I'm wasting my fucking breath. Like, I want to hear your feedback, and if you feel as though you're right, and if you can make me understand why you feel as though you're right, and then I understand. Listen, hold on. And then I understand why you feel as though you're right, then everything is cool. All I ask is that if you standing 10 toes down or standing firm on you being right on this situation, make me understand. And if you can do that, then we cool.
Cool.
Everything is cool.
Cool, but it takes a part of you to have that, be able to be mature in that situation. So you got it.
Hold on, now let me ask a question, Marilyn. Is there a situation where he feel he right and you feel he right, and you not going to feel like you right?
Yes, I will tell you if okay, you're right. I have no problem.
No, I'm saying you feel like you right too.
If we're both right on the same issue,
nobody fucking knows who's right or wrong. This is subjective. I'm saying that you feel like you right and he feels like he's right. Is there ever a time where you're gonna be like, all right, maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I should listen to him?
I just said that. If we both feel as though we're right. I'm explain. Listen, I'm going to explain to him why I feel as though I'm right, and then I want him to explain to me why he feels as though he's right. And if I can see why he feels as though he's right, then I'll call back and be like, all right, Darnell, you was right. My bad, you right.
You're skipping steps. Where you just said, where I see that I think he was right, that never fucking happens. Let's stop the bullshit.
If you with me, honestly, that's how I am. If you can make me understand why you're right, then I'm cool with that, and I'll tell you, okay, I see your point. I see your point. You're right. I have no problem with that.
I think what's being lost in a lot of things is I'm not trying to win, or I don't go into something saying I'm right. I'm trying to get to a medium or a place of what can we do to fix this? We can go back and we can say what we say. You can tell me your feelings, because it really is about your actual feelings at that moment. It's not about right or wrong. It's an emotional response. So you're giving me your emotions right now. Because not always your emotions are always right. It's just emotions. So you're being emotional, I'm being emotional. But at the end of it, and somewhere in that, it should be cool. I heard all that. Now, how are we fixing it? Not saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over again until it gets to be redundant. And now it's cool. I heard you. Now it's like not making sense.
I think that both emotions can be right. That's
but then some time may need to be had after that, or after that conversation or whatever. Some time need to be had for both parties to digest what was just being discussed. Whatever I said to you, you take your time to digest it and put everything in place, and I'm gonna do the same thing. And then we can meet back at the table at a later date.
I don't see women do that.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't know what type of women that you be dealing with.
This is not. This is just.
I'm asking. Hold on. I'm asking you a serious question. Now you know a lot of women as well. How many women, when y'all both have an argument or y'all both are in your emotional state, how many women let it go and be like, "We gonna talk about it later," or they keep fucking going? How many women? How do you see it?
Honestly, I'm the type that like to get that settled right then and there. Because if we bring it, because listen, if we bring it up later,
all right. So a question.
I'm gonna just get mad all over again.
A mature question.
Get the madness out the way and get back.
A mature question though is, if you said to me earlier, if people said you got to be in control of your emotions, and you see you going down a path that is not controllable, are you not? Do you not have the
ability,
the authority, as the person that's that you are, to say, all right, I'm gonna step away from this conversation right now because it's not going anywhere. This is not helpful.
I don't argue with my person.
This is not helpful.
Until I calm down. I say it all the time. I don't like to argue because I'm not bragging about the way my mouth is. It's not a good thing, but that's just how it is. I don't like to argue because my mouth gets real.
Marilyn, it sounds good, but you know that's not the truth. Hold up.
It is.
Hold up. Time out. Give me a moment. You, your own self, say on your Facebook post that you will go however the distance. You ain't stopping for nothing. So let's be real. If you know you'll argue to the death of it. That can't be the same as you saying I'ma stop and I'ma save face.
Who said I'm gonna argue to the death of it? When did I say that?
You say that all the time. You got a post that said that you will go toe to toe and take it however you need to take it.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe it.
Go point me your post where I said that.
I want to agree with Lady B, man. This is what I want to tell you now. Just us as men, we can't argue with women.
That's for sure. Cool.
That's period.
But cool, and I get it. I'm starting. Look, I'm understanding.
And why
it. I'm getting it. So when I say,
go ahead, Donnell.
She just made a point and say, men, we can't argue with women. So cool. When you start to understand that and you start to get that, and you say, cool, I'm going to a place where it's going to go there. I'm going to step away from this conversation. We'll table this for another time, or we'll talk about it later, or whatever the case may be. I'll talk to you later or whatever. That is a clear sign of self-control. Believe it or not, that's self-control.
But they don't view that as self-control.
Then if you saying that that's not self-control, if you know your person, because if you know I can be a hothead and I can go right there with it and I can whatever, and I'm saying, you know what, it's getting a little heated and it's going there, Let me step away from for a minute, and we can have this conversation at another time. That's self-control. You want me to have self-control, or you don't. Like it's
they want you to have.
They want me to be perfect. It's perfect. It's perfection. It's perfection. That's not fair to say. I want you to be this way, but then I want you to be this way. I want you to listen, but I want you to also have reverence and whatever. Cool, I get it. Cool. So do you want me to listen and not say nothing back, or do you want me to listen and then still have something in the conversation back? I just said, I'm willing to listen. Just tell me.
Do you want a response that agrees with you?
Yes. Just say that. Just say, Darnell, I want you to listen to me and hear me. And
not necessarily agree. I can't say I want a response that would agree with me. You know what I mean? Because you might disagree with what I'm saying. I can't make you agree with what I'm saying, but just give me, communicate. Just communicate. Don't just listen to what I'm saying, because then I'm going to think that shit just going in one fucking ear and out the other. You don't care.
All right, hold on. That's a good point right there. Let's stay right there, Marilyn. All right, so you're saying that, and me knowing me, I know my response is going to shatter you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You still want it?
If you listen, if I'm your person and you know that you're about to say something to me that's going to fucking hurt me, then I ain't the person for you.
That's not true.
It is. Because why would you purposely say something out your mouth?
I just said I'm not going to say it. That's why I'm not going to say it, because I don't want to purposely hurt you. That's why I'm asking you. Do you want me to say this shit or no?
If that's how you really feeling, though, if you feel like whatever you're going to say is going to hurt me, and what you said is how you really feel, then I want you to be truthful with me. You understand what I'm saying? Tell me the truth.
Right.
How the saying go? Hurt me with the truth. Don't comfort me with a fucking lie.
Right, but take that truth too.
I will. And turn my back and walk the fuck away.
That's how you feel. Why are we walking away? Because when you give me truth, I'm not walking away.
Because if you can hurt me like that, T, if you can fucking purposely hurt me, that means you don't give a fuck.
No,
exactly.
It doesn't mean that I don't give a fuck. What I'm trying to tell you is, you can ask me certain things that I know is going to shatter you. It don't mean that I'm purposely trying to hurt you. It could be some simple shit. You could say, "Am I the best you ever had?" It could be some regular shit.
That shit ain't gonna shatter me. I know you probably had plenty before.
You don't know what I'm gonna say out of my mouth.
Right.
You don't know what I'm going to say out of my mouth. But when I say out of my mouth might shatter you. I might say you the bottom 5%. This shit might shatter you. You might not ever with me then. Because I might love you. I might love you outside of that. See, that's the shit that y'all don't see. That's the shit that y'all don't see. I might love you outside of that. I might love you outside of that. So I'm just making a expression. I'm just saying that there is certain things that you can ask your person that with his response will shatter you. And he's holding that in, or he's not saying it because he doesn't want to hurt your feelings, because he loves you. And he doesn't want to do that. Bullshit.
That's basically what I was saying.
Honesty is the best policy.
So that's why I was asking you, do you want me to say that or no? You said
I want you to tell me the fucking truth. I want you to tell me the truth. I want the truth.
You know, earlier I told Nell we gotta be leaders, right?
Uh-huh.
You know that means that sometimes I have to protect you from yourself, right?
Okay.
So that's what protecting you from yourself.
From myself. Like. If protecting me from myself is telling me the truth, then protect me, baby.
No, protecting you from yourself is not telling you the truth. It's me shutting the fuck up.
Well, all right, yeah. It's one or two, shut the fuck up or tell me the truth. Don't feed me no lies, because then
I'm not gonna tell you a lie, but I'm not gonna hurt you either.
Yeah, because when I find out that the shit was a lie, then it's gonna be fucking hell again, and we right back here at this argument stage.
Right,
and
I'm not gonna tell you a lie. I'm just not gonna say anything.
Okay. Anything else?
you brought up this question. you brought up this shit. You brought up this shit. All I said was
this was a good topic, though. I gotta give you that.
That's a fact. All I'm saying is I understand that as a man in general, we're not supposed to argue with women, and you're especially not supposed to argue with your person.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on period. That's what it is. We can't argue with our people just in general because it's not a win. There's no win in it. So it ain't no point in that. Why you want to argue with your person? And
exactly.
Women, y'all poke the bear all the fucking time.
I'm
y'all
a lover, not a fighter.
Wait a minute, Marilyn. As women, y'all poke the fucking bears all the fucking time.
No, we don't.
That's the fuck y'all do.
We want the bear to poke us, okay?
See? See, now you spitting. Now you spitting.
We want to be poked, okay?
What I'm saying is, y'all poke us, and I'm trying to tell Nell that you still got to have self-control when they're poking you.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Okay.
Because they be purposely poking.
Okay.
You got any last questions before you get out of here?
No, sir.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Any more questions, people? What's the word? There's nothing wrong with being honest, Janine. There's just certain times where honesty is going to hurt your person. So do you want to hurt your person or no? Y'all say y'all can handle the truth, but that's a fucking lie. And we've proven that time and time again. That has been proven 1,000,000 times over. So in certain instances, it is better just to keep quiet. And I'm going to stand on that one. What's happening here? It definitely shouldn't be a problem every day, Tanya King. Who has problems every fucking day? If people is having fucking problems and arguments every day, then you're definitely with the wrong person. And go to counseling or cut that shit loose because you definitely shouldn't be arguing every day. That's ridiculous. Who even has that kind of time? We got other shit to do. You don't agree with what? I don't understand it. What don't you agree with, Tanya King? That y'all can handle the fucking truth?
It's not their narrative, bro. So they don't understand.
That y'all can't handle the truth, man. There's a lot of times you're going to lose out on somebody that you love.
What a question! I came for.
Where's the questions, people?
Nah, let's get back to it though.
Where's the questions, man? Where's the questions, people? Where's the questions, people? Where's the questions, people?
So while we wait for that, though,
what's up?
Is life is all about learning experiences. Life is about the things that if you truly care about you as a person and in your journey through life just teaches us a number of different lessons, right? Right? Because we've done things in our lives that once we get the opportunity to understand the rights and wrongs about them, you look back and you're like, damn, I wish I could have done that, right? Because we've had conversations or we had questions posed. If I can go back to my younger years, what would I tell myself? And that's just a wake up call of where you at in life now, right? So, one thing I'm never going to do is I'm never going to run away from my past because that's a part of my story. But what I can do is just continue to just be the best version of myself every day, take the necessary steps, take the necessary things and just learn from them. And I'm always going to be doing it. I'm never quick to say I'm not learning. I'm never quick to say I'm a complete package. I'm never content with saying I got it all figured out because I don't. Again, I talked about through past not being emotionally intelligent. So what does that tell you? Not being emotionally intelligent means that you're gathering intelligence. You're gathering knowledge, actually not intelligence, but you're gathering knowledge that is going to get you on the path of being intelligent in certain areas, right? So that's what life is. Life is about peaks and valleys. And that's the reason why God wakes us up every day, regardless of what we think about one another, regardless of what we think is the right way to do things. We got a higher being to answer to. And if he gives me the reverence to wake up the next day and he forgives my sins, then I got to go out there and I got to do my very best on making myself a better version of myself. Hence the reason why I have no issue with apologizing for the things that I've done or said. I have no problem with that. I'm humble enough to know that I've done wrong, scarred, or not even handle issues and circumstances the right way. But it is what it is at this point. You know what I mean? So it is. That's what I mean.
All right, Janine is asking, do you know where your anger stems from? I asked him that earlier. I think it stems just from the thought of being challenged.
No, it don't even I think people want to always put something on something
No, it has to be a.
No, but I said it before. I don't like people playing intelligence when they know what it really is, right? We know what it really is, and we try to take it as far as we possibly can to get our side across and our point across and get our way with things, right? We know the lay of the land, hence the reason why it you know what it is. So,
all right, I feel like somebody's shooting at you in the chat, dog. Tanya King says, "Why do you hide? Are you a player and you want to always seem available?"
I already said I'm
a player and you want to always seem available.
How do I hide? Hide what?
They're saying how if you're with somebody or if you got a girl.
But this the thing, right?
This says, "Are you a player?" So, are you a player, but you always want to seem available? I don't know how that goes. So what is the actual question, Tanya King? What is the actual question? What is the actual question, Tanya King? I guess anger is the right term in that sense.
In what sense?
For losing control. For losing control. First of all, Tanya King, don't speak to me that way. All right. This says no one is that important that they don't share their other. As you said, Nell, it's no one's business. But if you're a person, if they're your person, you want everyone to know. Who wants everyone to know?
That's a personal choice. Do you share your person?
Okay.
Do you, again, are you a player?
No.
Are you sharing your person?
Fuck no.
Why?
It ain't everybody's business.
So, why I gotta be a player because I don't want to share it to the world? Oh.
Let's see what's happening here. All right, people. Is there any other questions that y'all want to get to while me and Nell is here?
Let's dialogue because I think that's what we talked a lot about. We allowed the people to have their conversations and we allowed their people to ask questions and stuff like that. It's cool. Appreciate the conversation from the audience. Thank you. It's challenging. Never once am I ever going to run from anything, but I appreciate everybody out there in the world that had a conversation. Marilyn, thank you for coming on and asking a question. Appreciate it.
That's a fact.
All right, so what was you saying? One of the reasons why we wanted to do this was just.
All right, let's get into some of the meat and potatoes, man. Sure. So when it comes to Chris or KD or Ish, however that falls, what part do you think I didn't handle right?
I don't know. Everybody, see, this is the thing, right? Whatever. See, this is what happens with being everybody has their opinion on something, right? The one aspect of it all is the middleman is the hard man. So it's we're not supposed to be going to get off of that. Take somewhere else with that, because that's what we said wasn't going to ever come to. Is that too public for that.
Okay, we can hold that. Does anybody have any more questions, people? What's the word, man? All I'm gonna say is this, man. If y'all don't got any more questions, man. Like I was saying, as a man, we can't argue with the women. It just ain't no winning it. Even when we right, it don't matter. Ain't no point in arguing. You don't have no more questions, Janine. It ain't no point in arguing. You gotta have empathy for your person. You gotta let your person speak. You gotta let them get their shit off, even if it's that long ass text message shit. You still gotta read it. You gotta go through all that bullshit, whatever it may be, because that's their feelings or that's their emotions. That's the thing that we just have to learn as men to take into account. How they feel or whatever they're saying, even if it doesn't always sit the same with us. We have to put them first, basically. And that's a part of being a leader. We got to put them first and, lead in that way. Even if you feel like they're challenging you, don't even argue. Just don't even argue. Just don't even argue. That's what I got to say, man. I would like to see you continue working on your anger. I don't think it's so far going because you ain't beating nobody's ass, so it ain't going that far. But like I said earlier, be mindful that sometimes they do say the words hurt more than the punches. So be mindful when you're speaking to them that you don't want to put those scars on them. And you definitely don't want to say certain things to a person that you say you love. Make sure you recognize who you're talking to, with your intentions to carry that, in a positive way.
The bullshit, man.
I can. But that's what I want to say. Just working on your anger. Make sure you keep that, in the back of your mind, that those words are always going to register.
Are you like that for anger?
I don't have any fucking anger, lady baby.
You just say what you want to say?
Yeah, I just talk. I don't have no fucking anger. Nobody will ever tell you that I have any fucking anger. That's why I'm always laughing, because I'm never fucking angry. Just because I'm cursing or, I might get loud at a point or two, I'm never fucking angry. Because I don't have anything to be angry about. I'm not an angry person. I'm a swing on you person. Like if I get angry, I'm a swing on you.
See, everybody got their way with them, right? And I think that's what people don't understand, right? Because some people might say,
"What's up, Diane?"
Right? Somebody might say you're sarcastic, right?
Yeah, I'm sarcastic.
Right? You're sarcastic, and sometimes that sarcasm could rub somebody wrong, right? Or you laughing in a certain situation when it's supposed to be serious, a person could take that the wrong way. So there's always a pro and a con to a person, and some people are going to be cool with that, be able to be all right with that, and some people are not, and it's a give and take, right? So, but if you understand exactly your flaws and you working on them to get better or whatever the case may be, then that's the start. There's nobody out here that can sit up here and cast judgment for anybody else. That's just not fair, right? It's just not fair. It's not even mature to sit up there. I mean, we can always have an opinions, but for somebody to tell somebody what they should be doing with themselves and with their life, it is what it is at that point.
I laugh at everything, Marilyn. What's up? What's up? See no stress. What's up? Who said that? Tanya Gang?
What?
That I was angry. All right. Who said that?
Anger? No, I think Lady B.
Lady B said it?
Is you going to therapy for your anger?
Yeah, who said it? Lady B? All right. Lady B, you think I'm angry? Because I can call any girl that I've ever talked to and they will tell you I don't raise my voice at them. I don't call them names. I've never put my hands on them. I'm not angry. I don't do anger. What's up?
Before it gets to that point, you'll cut it off.
Yeah.
Right? But then somebody might say, well, you're wrong for that. Right? Because if I could say, before I get to that point, I'll cut it off and say, yo, we'll come back to this another time.
Yeah, I'll just stop responding. You could be sitting there arguing with yourself. I don't even indulge in arguments. I'll let you argue with yourself before I argue with you. I'm not gonna argue with you. Because I know myself. I know where I'm
So is that listening? So if a person no, what I'm saying, but would a person take that as you listening, or a person sitting there saying, you not even fucking listening to me? You not even hearing what I'm saying, or you being smart, you being smart. Like a person is always can attach anything to you when it doesn't go the way that they want it to go.
Right. I think they know that I'm listening. I think they know that I'm listening, and they know that I'm they're gonna take it however they take it. Like they might be angry at me for not responding, but that's my self-control. My self-control is I'm not going to respond because I know there's certain things that you could say and there's certain things that I could say that are going to cut. I'm not a person that comes back from shit like that. Like you call me certain names or you do certain things to me, it's done. It's a done deal for me.
Or they arguing too much for you.
Yeah, you arguing too much. I'm done. I don't play in those fields of dancing to argue every fucking day. I don't got time for that shit. I come to you especially if you my girl, I come to you for love. Mm-hmm. I don't come to you to fucking argue. So I'm definitely not arguing with you every fucking day. I'm not doing that. I don't play those kind of games. So that's why I said I don't understand that.
So that's why I was confused with if people say, oh well, that's maturity, that's self-control. If I said the same thing and I just don't, or I'll cut the conversation short, or I'll say I'll come back to this another time. That's still the same thing. That's showing that you are not going to you're not going to get me to that point where I'm losing self-control. So I just wanted to make sense. It got to make sense because it can't be, well, no, you can't just sit there and listen, or you can't just say you'll talk about it another time when whatever, you supposed to listen and, cool. But is it really, are we really on the same track of understanding if it's not that?
It's a valid question. It's a Lady B. It's a valid question. When have you ever seen me angry? I don't think nobody's even ever seen me be angry. So how is it a valid question if you've never even seen me be angry?
You know what's funny? And I was thinking about this the other day, right? No matter what we go through, we always going to be solid because the foundation has always been built. Right. When we first started Sunday Night Wind Down, is it Sunday Night Wind Down? Yeah, Sunday Night Wind Down. When we was on there, T was the more straightforward, right? Like, you was the more straightforward, in your face. You told her what it was, didn't pander, didn't beat around the bush. It was straight cutthroat. And a lot of people like, I don't like T. T real. You did asshole.
The truth. That's why.
Because asshole. The truth. But then when I was on there and I was speaking, I was always looked at as pandering, and you give people the benefit of the doubt, and you think people are smarter than what they really appear, right? That's the question again. When you kind of go through certain experiences and you go different, and you start saying what you got to say. Now it's I'm the aggressor, and you're the level-headed. Logic. So I used to turn. Like used to be the asshole, and it was now it's speaking. So you know what I mean. And now it's I'm the asshole, and you have a great intelligent voice. What you do, even regardless of it's asshole or not.
What I did was I used to be the shit starter, right?
Yeah.
So I used to just purposely start shit because if I don't, the show gonna be fucking boring. So I just used to purposely start shit. Whether I believed it or not, I would just purposely start shit.
And people didn't know that about you because they just coming on to knowing you versus, whatever.
Right.
So
I calmed down my shit starting just because like you saying, people don't know how to take it if they don't know what's going on.
So T work the shit out. You got to play him.
I worked the shit out.
No. But I'm saying though, like we was cool, mellow, chill. The shit started. It made you realize, yo, this is a fucking doggy dog world. This is cutthroat. This is what it is. Yeah, you can't always look at things from a rose-colored lenses and think that everything is peaches and cream, even that you know it ain't. Because you have your feelings. You go home upset. You eat whatever. You gotta let those emotions out so people can understand exactly what it is. So it's a process, right?
Plus, we don't got that kind of time. We don't got that kind of time. People think that we got the kind of time to run around and dance and talk to you softly and like do it. No, sometimes I tell you, no, that was stupid. And I gotta say it just like that.
Yeah, and the one thing I think people fail to realize too is we all have our characteristics that make us, right? When you passionate about something and you truly believe in it, you're gonna speak your shit. You're not gonna let that, you're not gonna be corny and fake with it. You're gonna speak up and you're gonna show your real side because that's really who you are. And that's authentic. Not saying it's correct, not saying it is, but when you sit back and you see how the authentic you is and you see some of the flaws that you have and you're maturing, you're an adult and you're maturing, you then have to take control of that. I'm not no 25-year-old kid no more. I'm not a 30-year-old man anymore. I'm trending towards middle age, going on 50 years old. So I gotta be a direct representation of myself or what I choose to be at this more mature age. I got individuals that are under me that who I look after, who I call, family and friends or loved ones or little kids that look up to me, that respect me and love me and everything like that. And I gotta be a true role model. So I gotta get my shit in order for them to say, yo, the shit that he telling me not to do, I know he not doing it. So I know what it is. I can't be a hypocrite and say, yo, don't go out there and sell drugs, but I'm on the corner selling drugs every night. I can't tell them to do that because they're going like, nigga, you doing it? You can't tell me not. So again, it's a learning experience. Also, I need people to truly sit back and I need them to really, really do an internal assessment. Because the reason why we have the posts that we had, the shows that we have, the things that we do, is for us to look internally. Right. Like I remember a post not too far long ago when we talked about communication. And a lot of people said they didn't know how to communicate. So in that short period of time, everybody is now experts on communication. They don't know how to communicate, and they bring that non-communication or those non-verbal skills into these things that they call conversations, and they think that they're going to go the way they want them to go. It's not going to happen. You got to learn and you got to apply. You can't say you want to communicate, but you don't know how, but you want the communication to be on point. So if you're flawed, expect the other person to be flawed. And that's what love is, accepting and living with those flaws that you have and helping that person get through those things, right? Just think, you love a person, you're helping them get through those things that are hurting them and could possibly be hurting you. That's love. That's deep, true love.
But also, like I was saying to Marilyn earlier, when you do love somebody and you know certain things is going to hurt that person, you don't purposely hurt that person.
So, and we got to stop saying we all, like, the truth is really what we want. It's not. I'm much rather us say,
that's a fact.
I want to, like, pacification is really the untold truth. Like, we want to be pacified. We want to be told we're beautiful, even if the person don't think we look good today.
That's a fact.
We want to be told, you're the greatest thing that has ever touched my life, because that's what you feel for your person at that time, right? You want to be told all the things that's going to make you feel good, regardless if it's a lie or not, or even if it's not that true feeling or not. It doesn't mean it's a lie. It could mean today you don't look your very best, or today you don't smell your very best, or today you just not. Might not be feeling you because of a disagreement that we may have had. That don't mean I don't love you. That don't mean I don't want to be with you. That don't mean that we can't, whatever the case may be.
Do you do what in return, Tiny King? Do you do what in return? Yeah, that is true. See no stress. What is this referring to, Tiny King? Do you do what in return? Do you do what?
My dad. So my dad always says some things are always better left unsaid. He's a man, and he probably couldn't say the certain things that he wanted to say. So I have a question for the audience, and this question has been on my mind for weeks. My mind. This has been on my mind for weeks. Right? We're having a conversation. Right? How is it from birth? Us men, we've been told we have to, we definitely have to be leaders, protectors, and providers. We also have to go out there and work hard for what we want. We can't rest our laurels one place. We always should have and do and everything like this, right? We're taught those skills from our mothers, our fathers, right? But then when we get into relationships, the very things that we taught our children, right? Everything that we've been taught, that seems to go out the window when it comes to that. Right. I just don't understand how, if we can teach our sons and our sons, if like we got a mother and she telling her son, go out there and be the very best you can be. Work hard to achieve the things that you want to achieve. Be your very best. Don't let nobody take advantage of you. Don't succumb into the pressures of the world. Don't
you said, so why we gotta do that for our women?
No. Why do, when we then get with someone, they forget the very things that they may have taught their sons and think that we're not supposed to still be doing those same very things?
Because it's not ethical.
It's not.
It's not ethical. Like that's the double standard. Or I call women, and y'all can get mad at me if y'all want to. I call y'all walking hypocrites, walking contradictories, because that's just how I feel that y'all rock. That's just how I feel that y'all rock. The same things that you would tell your son is not the same things that you want from your man. Those things are different things. The same way how you would tell your son to always put himself first or whatever it may be. You don't want your man to do that. And those are different relationships. And that's what men have to understand, that is a different relationship. So you as a man, you have to know to put your woman first, and all the shit that you do as a man outside, you have to, shapeshift that, or you have to cater that differently when you're caring or, dealing with a woman.
For sure. I just would like for us to have a little bit more of a bond, common bond. And the common bond should always be, what can I do to make this a happy place for not just myself, but for my mate? And when we think like that, we're doing everything we can. I'm not going to sit up here and say I have been the best person ever. I'm not. Like I'm flawed. I got flaws. I've done things that I shouldn't have done. I've done things that I regret, and I wish that I could, do over. And the rest, and I can do over the next day that I wake up. Right? I can look at things from a different perspective and do it a little differently. Right? But we always gotta be like, when we say we want to be with somebody and we get with these people and we get with partners, we gotta look at things from a standpoint of how can we figure this out together. Because the ultimate goal isn't how can I create a divide? It's right. How can I bring the divide back together to where it's.
But that's how you have to cater to her. Like you have to cater to her.
Cool.
As a man. That's just what it is. That's just what
and I get it, right? I get it. But then too, there comes a time when we gotta put down the boxing gloves. Fuck these gloves.
There's no gloves.
Like let's put down all the hurtful things. Let's put down all the past dramas and past stresses, and let's love each other in this place that we. Stop with all the other.
What I need for women to do is to show up as themselves and not who they think.
Shout out to See No Stress, right? Because when See No Stress, when y'all had, the prophecies and y'all did intimate conversations, See No Stress has said something that stuck out, right? And she said. She asked her partner, or she asked her, basically, what do you need? And that's a great question. Right. Like, that question really doesn't always come. We don't get that question.
Well, what it is understanding love languages, and this is a point that we talked about on other shit, but understanding love languages to this is my love language, but that don't mean that your person, that's their love language. So you have to love people in their love language. So your love language, like my love language may be physical touch, but her love language may be words of affirmation, or it may be gifts, or maybe whatever it may be. I can't love her in my love language. I have to love her how she views and wants to be loved. And that is the breakdown, that people are not loving their partner and the love language that their partner wants.
I think a lot of people also need to understand what love language is, because people would say, I'll ask, how do you want to be loved? And so you don't always have the answer for that. They don't always.
My answer is
no, but I'm saying you know yourself, but some people don't even know themselves to even know what love is to them.
That's a fact.
Right? We'll say, oh, my love language is this, but it really just be, you think that's what it is, right? Or learning and loving yourself. Who really knows and loves themselves to know, hey, yo, this is how I like to be treated.
But
this
that's
is how I like
to
be handled.
More experience. Like,
exactly.
A lot of times people be mad at me when I be saying talk to more people, because they don't want to talk to a lot.
Not even more experience. People need to get out of their mental telepathy of what happened to them before and just live.
But say if you only talk to one person your whole life. Say if you met your high school sweetheart and y'all stayed together, y'all whole life. You could be happy and secure and sustain that, whatever it may be, but you also don't have experience to know if this is the greatest thing that you ever like to love.
For sure. But if you know yourself, if you know what you need to get through the day, that's the start. Regardless if you're dealing with 54 people or if you're dealing with one person. If you know yourself, a lot of people don't know themselves. They just think they know themselves. We change we change all the time. What I liked 5 years ago, I don't like no more. Before COVID, I used to love being out and hanging out, shopping at the mall and going out and do whatever. I can't stand that shit now. I buy clothes and sneakers just to sit in the house.
I never could stand that shit.
Right? So it's like you change, and it's cool to change. It's okay to change, and change brings forth more conversations. Hey, I don't like this no more. I know I did before. I don't like it no more. Or I once was this, but now I'm a little different.
Lady B is saying, do you look at your woman or your person as a prize or a mate?
For sure.
That differs from me. Sometimes the person can be a prize. Sometimes the person can be a mate.
Do you think you're a prize?
Always the fuck.
Exactly. I don't see like that. You feel that way, right? I don't put myself on a pedestal, and I place nothing on a pedestal to say I'm bigger than this.
You know why? Look, you know how I put myself as a prize. I'm not gonna say I'm the prize, but I will say I'm a prize because I know what boxes I can hit.
For sure.
I know
your attributes.
Yeah, I know my attributes. I know what boxes I'm in. So for sure, I'm saying that's why I said sometimes it's a prize and sometimes it's a mate.
And I think
sometimes some of those mates ain't hit all of those boxes, so they not prizes. They just mates.
Even with the new conversations that people been having out here about being a prize, I think people just use beauty, body, a little bit of this, a little bit of that as being a prize, and that's not even all. That's not even everything in life. Like that's what I just don't feel like.
I'm arguing with them as much. I don't understand it. What is happening? She said, but if you did, I don't think you would argue with them as much. Who's arguing with them as much? I've seen people in the comments or in the chat saying they don't know their position or X, Y, and Z. That's a conversation, people. Let's stop the bullshit. Let's stop the bullshit, man.
They love to put it on. You can't put it on somebody else. You gotta take accountability for yourself.
If you want to know your place or your position, have the conversation. Have the conversation. And when you with your partner, that should be a conversation. And don't even just leave it on them. You need to tell them, this is what I want. How about that? If that's the position you want, first of all, can you fulfill that role? let's start there.
See, remember,
can you fulfill that role?
See, remember, they told us they're not going to tell us how to love them. They just want us to know everything.
No, fuck all of that. Listen, if you want that position, first of all, can you fulfill that role first and foremost? If you can fulfill that role, then you have to tell that person what you expect. On the flip side of that, this is what I want, or this is what I need, or this is what I expect, and that's the conversation for y'all to have. If you're not having the conversation, don't get mad at the nigga because he's not fucking posting. Stop showing off. Who gives a fuck about showing off for the internet and X, Y, and Z? That don't mean you locked in because somebody post a picture of you. What the fuck do that mean?
Then we just see something this week that said that we thought people were super locked in and they fucking arguing.
That don't mean a motherfucking thing. That don't mean no motherfucking thing. What is the question, Lady Betty? Have the conversations, people. Your personality should be a prize, Marilyn. Shout out to you.
What's only supposed to be here for like 20 minutes?
Yeah, we're an hour past time, man. How do you remove doubt, man? That's a self-esteem problem. That's not.
But we supposed to fulfill that self-esteem issue, right?
No, we can give you reassurance, but if you still got the doubt in your fucking mind after I gave you reassurance, that's not on me anymore. That's on your motherfucking ass.
Hey, chill. Chill. You already told us we gotta be everything. Relax.
We are being everything. Yeah. As I said, I'm giving you the reassurance.
You're being an asshole right now.
Listen, I said I'm giving you the. What else do you want? I'm giving you the reassurance. What else do you need?
I'm a prize with my big self.
I can't. I don't post my man because I know him. He tried to talk to me. Too many broads be lurking. What that got to do with anything?
She said she don't post up people because people be, you know what I mean? She
said who cares?
She said what's for them is for them. Like who cares? Like that's exactly. People be so worried about who, like who, why? Y'all gonna give us a gift? Y'all gonna buy us a gift?
Who cares, man? That's a fact, man. It's self-love and confidence, man. Have some trust. Say it again, see no trust. Say it from the back bleachers. Trust, self-love, and confidence, man. Say it from the back bleachers.
People will say they got that, but it never shows. Like it shows more of them being insecure. Insecurities is ruling the world.
That's a fact.
We are so insecure that it doesn't make sense. But people are so insecure, but swear they're strong and swear they're confident and they love themselves. They really don't. It'd be so much insecurity. How are you strong and loving yourself if you have self-doubt and insecurities?
I would not call you strong if your insecurities control you. Now, I understand that some people have insecurities about whatever it may be, but if you allow those insecurities to control your whole life, I don't consider that a strong person. I don't. Who is single? Yeah, that's that's high self-esteem. That's all that shit. Shout out to Nathan. Slaughter Gang is in the chat, man. Slaughter Gang, what up?
What up, as a gang? See y'all tomorrow too.
Slaughter Gang, what up, man? Men be put in doubt because they think they're protecting you from the truth. Sometimes they are protecting you from the truth, though.
Why? Like, can I ask a question? Why do y'all allow people to have a control over everything that is you? At some point, you gotta take a stance and say, "Yo, I control me. Right. Nobody don't control me." And we hear that so much, like that's why it'd be such a misunderstanding. Like I'm like, if you're so strong, how can somebody have that type of control over you where you don't have control over yourself? Where somebody is putting self-doubt into you, what you already said you were strong from.
Let me put a Nell in this fucking coffin real quick. Lady B, let me explain something to you real quick. I had way more girls when I was running around saying, "Yo, I got a girl." The fuck? The fuck are we talking about, though? That shit doesn't mean what y'all think it means.
I just like, if we love ourselves, let's love ourselves. Cool. It's going to be times when we're super compatible with a person. It's going to be times when we're not compatible with a person. We could like a person. They could look good. They could fit what we like in a person, and then we could get with them, and it just don't work. That don't necessarily mean that person was full of shit. It don't mean that person was playing games. It just meant that wasn't your time. It just means that wasn't the right person for you at that right person in that time in your life and in their life.
And let's stay right there. Because I see people saying somebody was lying for 2 years, somebody lying for 2 years. You only in control of you. If you were in that moment and you didn't regret that time because you wanted to be there, so you stayed there, enjoy your fucking moment.
That's what I was trying to get with all this whole show is. When are we going to start taking accountability for the things that we do? We will hold somebody else hostage for their actions, but we will never hold our own self to blame for the things that we've done. We accepted or we did. We will never do that. We will say somebody else did us wrong versus, and that was a fuck up on my end. I'm going to learn from my mistake and I'm going to do it right the next time. That's all it is. It's called accountability. And stop taking, we talked about this other show. Stop taking fake accountability because people out here saying they not doing this and they change and they here and there. But the next 5 minutes, you blaming somebody for something that somebody did. That's not taking accountability. Or y'all blaming past relationships. Or somebody didn't do you right. Somebody didn't do you wrong. Cool. It's a life lesson. We learn from those things. We get stronger and better, and we move forward accordingly. Cool. I'm taking accountability. I understand my anger can be an issue. Hence the reason I'm sitting down with people. I got friends that I can talk to when I'm going through shit. I got outlets. I got a place where I can say, now was not the best time for me. I'm going to sit this one out right now.
Ladies, I also say, like he said, take some accountability for yourself, and what you allow is what you allow.
And that's crazy. We had so long a camera down.
you can't keep blaming somebody for what you continue to allow. So if something's not sitting right with you or you're not fucking with something, stop allowing that shit. That's all that is. You're always in control of oneself. And if you continue to allow motherfuckers to do whatever the fuck they want to do to you, now it's on you. It's not shame on them no more. Now it's shame on you.
For sure. And I'm going to say this, in 4K, 720p, whatever we're broadcasting in, whatever you're watching us on. If you're watching us on your big screen in your bedroom, or if you're watching us on your little iPhone, I take full responsibility for mine. I take full responsibility for my pros and my cons, and I am working diligently to fix those things so I can be the best person I can be to myself. Because ultimately, I have to walk in this skin and in this body and with these features for the rest of my life. And I want to make sure that I am giving myself a fighting chance. I want to make sure I'm doing the right and best thing I can possibly do each and every day. If I've wronged anybody, I truly apologize. I humbly do. Every day that I drop to my knees and pray to God for giving me the opportunity to see another day and to forgive me for my sins, I take accountability for those things that I've done. And that's all this show is about. It's looking yourself in the mirror and becoming what you want to see. So if you look at yourself in the mirror and you don't like what you see, only you can control it. T can't control that for me, because when I go home and I stand in that mirror, I choose to look the way I need to look, right? If I choose to want to be sloppy and nasty, then I continue on the path I was going. If I choose to want to be well-groomed and well-situated in life and moving better than I was, then I take the necessary steps and precautions to make sure that I am doing everything that I say I want to do and everything that I want to achieve. And that's what life is about. So ultimately, the only person that can judge us outside of ourselves is God. Only people that can make the changes that we want to see in our life is us. That's it. And that's what we gotta do. We gotta stop with the fake accountability. We gotta stop placing blame at everybody else's feet. We gotta stop telling how people wronged us, and we gotta start seeing how we wronged ourselves. Once you do that, you start to move accordingly. You stop accepting everything. You stop wanting to be everywhere. You stop needing to be the center of attention. You stop needing to do, because all that shit don't matter. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. That's not what's fulfilling in life. Life fulfillment is being the very best that you could be and doing everything that you know is supposed to be the right way. And if you can't, then you figure the fuck out and you fix it. That's why you got another day that God has blessed you with to fix it. So yes, to answer people's questions, I've done things in my past that I'm not proud of, but where I'm sitting at now.
No, so we're gonna stop calling people names.
Oh yeah, that shit is no, but
we're gonna catch ourselves before we lose control.
Yeah, I'm not calling nobody names. I'm not arguing no more with nobody. I'm not taking my blood pressure to higher heights. I'm not doing that. I'd much rather tell you.
What's the question, lady?
I'd much rather say I will fall back and I will talk to you at another time. And that should be granted to me. I should be afforded that. I should be afforded the opportunity to disconnect that conversation for that moment and come back to you another time. I promise. I heard what you said tonight. I am going to come back another time. We're going to have this conversation because you said you wanted to converse. I'm going to listen. And we're going to hopefully, after we both listen to each other, hopefully get to a place of understanding. And once you figure that out, damn, shit is a little bit more easier. Once you got the person that's in your life that really, truly understands you, and because not everybody not going to always understand you. Shit, I don't understand myself sometimes. When you got a person that truly wants to understand you and wants to see you happy, and you want to see them happy, and you want to understand them, I guarantee you, it ain't a hard process. It should be cool. It's the little bumps in the road that come along that come along once every blue moon that you like, all right, shit, that was a little bump, but we got over and we cool.
Lady B, what the hell is the question? Because now you're talking about gifts and shit. You first said you had a question. What is your question, Lady B? We're going to take one more question, and then we're going to wrap this up, people.
What are you talking about?
What, our gifts?
Now I asked a question.
That's why I said, what's the question? And then she started talking about gifts and shit.
She said the Celtics game.
Is that the question?
Is the Sixers playing the Celtics?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, this is not Celtics. This is Boston Red Sox. It's not a Celtics hat.
Red Sox hat.
It's the St. Patty's Day Boston Celtics hat.
Nah, it's making me hot.
I mean, Boston Red Sox. What's making you hot?
The hat is making her hot.
You stop us. You can't say I'm playing.
I kid.
Okay.
Lady B, what is the damn question? Because now you're asking for gifts.
No,
that ain't no fucking question, man. Does anybody have one more question so we can wrap up the show, man? I just want to say this to the people, man. Communication is a forever ongoing process, man. There is no end to communication. You should always be communicating, and everything and anything should be a conversation. Be mindful when you're asking for truths, that when you're asking for that truth, that you can handle the truth. Don't say, I can handle the truth, tell me whatever it is, and then tomorrow your shit is packed. No, you said, tell you the truth, you're going to handle it, and we're going to work through it. Don't change your fucking tone tomorrow. Stand on what the fuck you say is what I'm saying. Stand on your shit, man. Stand on your shit.
But then too, I know like a lot of people are saying like this was a kind of a good topic. This is a topic that you should probably be having with yourself too. Because a lot of people will push this off on somebody did me wrong and you led me astray, or no.
You was there too.
You was a part of the faction. Like that's why I say it's a common denominator in every equation. It's always a common denominator. And if you are a part of the denomination or that denominator in a number of different problems that has happened in your life, then you can't blame everybody. You got to look at yourself, and you got to do some homework on yourself, and you got to see where your aggression is coming from. You got to see where your lack of love might be coming from. You got to see where it failed you at to reason why that's the case. And once we start doing those self-assessments on ourselves, then that's when we can hold ourselves responsible and accountable, and you'll see things start to change for the better.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Love on your people, man. Love on your people.
And stop putting. See, what we telling them? You told me stop killing people off, right? Yeah. Like you can't. If you say you love a person, or that's your friend, or you like you invest in that person, you loyal to that person. Stop trying to kill them off at the sight of at the first chance you get.
Oh, they're serial killers. They're serial killers. Yeah, stop arguing and do more love on yourself. That's why I told you, y'all be mad at me when I talk about people should be having more sex, but if you was having more sex, guess what you ain't doing? Arguing.
But people don't even be really having good sex.
You ain't arguing, I bet you that. You had a good damn time. Yeah, you had a good damn time, man. People, we said one more question. Does anybody have one last question, man? Does anybody have one last question, man? What's the word, people? I can't. Does anybody have one last question so we can get up out of here, man? Y'all need to get it together, man. Y'all need to get it together because I keep on telling y'all, man. I talked about this shit earlier. I was like, yo, when we was young boys, we used to be like, damn, 44, oh, that's them niggas old. Damn, that's our fucking age.
We hated them motherfuckers on the block.
Thanks.
Now we them.
Now that's our age and shit. So time is not waiting for you. Time is not waiting for you. Time is not waiting for you. So please cherish your time and enjoy yourself.
It's crazy because you said something earlier about experience, right? Experience goes a long way. We've experienced a lot of shit in life. We've done a lot of shit. We've been places, we've partied, we've clubs, we this, we that. So now we sit back and we just be wanting to chill because we've done all those things. And if you haven't had that opportunity to, you don't know, you chasing that. For the people that's not chasing it, it feel a little different to just want to chill.
Right.
So again, that's a state of learning your person. Damn, how you get to this point? Why you so laid back? Why you so chill? Why you want to be so chill? Why you this, that, and the third? And then if you say, you know what, I'm vibrant, I still want to live. Now we gotta find things to where it's going to be conducive to what you like and also what I like. So it could just be a simple conversation, which we said we want to do, but we don't know how to have those conversations. We much rather poke and pry or poke and disrespect than poke. Hey, babe,
it'd be the funniest shit because more than not, they want to have conversations, but they don't know how to have certain conversations. Like,
or start all kind of crazy. And I'd be like, wait, where is it going? Like, you could really want to have a conversation. You can really in your mind say, all right, I'm gonna really want to have a conversation. But they'll start it all kind of weird.
I feel like you're a whole grown ass adult. Like, fucking say what the fuck you're trying to say. Say what you're trying to say and have the conversation, man.
Or they'll tell you that you're upset. I'm like, no, I'm not upset. I'm chilling. Your voice. No, I'm cool. I'm chill. What's up? If I tell you I'm cool, I'm chill, I'm whatever, I'm really cool and chill. But then you keep saying that shit is like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I just told you 90 times I'm cool.
Right.
Now we out there.
Right, because you ain't start talking.
Yeah, just talk.
Just start talking. Just start speaking, man. Just start speaking.
When it's part 2 tomorrow. 8 p.m. Television kicks.
We got a lot to discuss on television kicks too, man. Because somebody asked me something crazy earlier. We gonna get into that. We gonna get into that. But like I was saying, people, don't be afraid to have the conversation. Speak your mind and say what you need to say. Anything left unsaid falls back on you, man. So when you feel like you wanted to talk about something and you didn't talk about it, you can't get blamed that person anymore. You can only look at yourself because you didn't say it. They don't fucking know what you wanted to talk about or what you had on your mind or in your heart or what was bothering you. They can't read your mind all the time. People got work, kids, whatever good shit going on, health issues.
You get to the point. Like, just call and get to the point. Like, don't beat around the bush. But I wanted to talk, and you ain't got just say what you got to say, and let's have it. Let the conversation flow.
Tell them, man. But this is the Prophecies, people. Next week we're gonna go through the checklist. So I hope y'all get y'all
notepads. I ain't coming back up.
I hope y'all get y'all notepads prepared and ready, because I've been doing my research and I got a whole lot of shit that go on the checklist now. Y'all thought my list was bad. I got a lot of shit that go on this checklist now. So you should be thinking of, if you're single or even if you're with your mate, you should be thinking about, I don't know if y'all seen the camera video that I posted on the Uncensored Minds Facebook page, but you should be thinking about what's on your checklist. What are the things that you need? What are the things that you want when you're inquiring your person? So make sure that y'all are putting that into effect. Make sure y'all get y'all questions prepared for next week, and we're going to go through that checklist of what you want and what you need from your person, man. What is it, Christmas Eve is next Tuesday?
Yeah.
Come on with the bullshit. See, this is why I hate holidays, man.
Christmas is Wednesday.
This is why I hate holidays, man, because it's always interrupting shit. But I should be available because I ain't doing shit. I ain't wrapping up no gifts.
Like, what's Christmas Eve? Like, what people doing Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve, they be cooking and wrapping gifts.
Cooking what?
Food. They don't cook like Thanksgiving food, but whatever people cook. Like sometimes people cook like lasagna, people cook whatever.
But the people just hear this early.
Cheesecakes.
I was watching it. They was like they over Christmas. They ready to get it done.
What y'all cooking for Christmas, y'all? Let Nell see it real quick. What y'all cooking for Christmas? Let Nell see it real quick, man. People cook for Christmas because people be opening up gifts and shit. We eating and shit, or people come over. They be eating and shit. I'm gonna be watching the game. I ain't doing none of that shit.
Yeah, I'm watching football.
That's a fact. Who's cooking then, Lady B? Y'all let us know what y'all cooking, man. Italian King. Yeah, that's what I said. I told you. We lasagna. Christmas is like a lasagna, Joe. Or like seafood, what the fuck is that? Seafood salad and shit like that. That's what it be. Who's having Christmas?
Oh, people don't cook the Thanksgiving,
yeah,
like
it's not
the turkey.
Thanksgiving shit.
It'd be the other food.
Right. Yeah, Janine said Italian foods. Yeah. Not duck.
I'm getting something duck. Fucking wow.
I ain't eating no duck though, dog. I'm cool on a duck. You got that one, Lady B. Ribs could work. Ribs could work. Shout out to you, Italian King. But yeah.
Yo, before we get out of here, I want to say shout out to my dog. I don't know what y'all believe out there in the TV land, but shout out to my dog Ish and also Tez. Go out there and make sure you support Tez's new album. It just came out and it's dope. And make sure y'all go holler at Ish for them toys. She got y'all. Yeah, checked out the video yesterday how to clean y'all's Jones so y'all don't get no kind of infections and UTIs and stuff like that. Clean your sex toys,
man, and go buy some sex toys from Ish. Some of y'all need a re-up. Some of y'all ain't never had them before. She got all kinds of things for beginners, for intermediate, for advanced people. Go hit her up if you need some re-up, or if you're just getting in the game and you don't know how to begin. She'll break it down for you and give you all.
Yo, not only so this is what's gonna come with the Ish gift. Like if you get something from Ish this holiday season, I'll make sure we throw in a pack of batteries for you too.
Not a pack of batteries for your toy. A pack of batteries for your toy. See no stresses doing the breakfast layout. Yeah, man, people gonna be cooking for Christmas, dog. Not beef roast. Hella Weaver. Hella, you just now joining the show. What's up? She's talking about beef roast.
Oh, she cooking eggs and cheese?
See no stresses.
What? Scrambled eggs?
Yeah.
Oh, I love breakfast.
Yeah, that's a Christmas joint. Yeah, that's a Christmas joint. But yeah, y'all, hit Ish up and make sure y'all, if y'all need anything, because it is those cold, lonely nights. You don't want to, after the kids then play with all their toys and used up all the batteries and shit. Now you sitting there stuck without no wrong. So make sure you take care of yourself as well after you take care of the kitties. Take care of the kitties, then take care of yourself.
So you get some. Look, again, we got to make sure you say it twice because it's communication time. If you buy a battery operated toy from Ish, a Bob, a boyfriend, as they call it, we will throw in. Me personally will throw in a pack of batteries so you can get through not only through Christmas time but also through the New Year. We got you.
Lady B, if you're not a member, you should be a member. You will see Ish doing the erotic zone. You got to be a member.
Why do they think Ish is like missing or something? We don't we don't deal with Ish.
We just dropped a recap early.
I'm about to do the senior circuit of the who would you sex with Ish? So
and we're gonna do fuck, marry, kill, fuck, marry, kill. So
the senior edition.
I don't know about the senior edition.
Nigga, what you can't give me the young boys.
I don't know about the senior edition. we gonna do fuck, marry, kill soon. We gonna do fuck, marry, kill soon. But yeah, erotic zone just dropped on. You gotta get a membership, Lady B. If you don't got a membership, look on the YouTube page. There's some shit over there. We just dropped some shit. Look on the YouTube page. It's over there. All right, people, we're going to wrap this up, man. This is the Prophecies. Without vision, there is no understanding. And without understanding, there is no vision. Make sure y'all tune in next Tuesday for those who are available and not too busy with their Christmas. I'm over Christmas. When the fuck is New Year's is going to be like the same shit? On a Tuesday. That's why I fucking hate these holidays, man. I fucking hate these holidays, man. It should be in the way. Should just be in the way, interrupting my regular fucking schedule. I fucking hate it, man. I'm over it.
You want to see Uncle?
Nah.
For the inauguration?
Nah, I'll be watching on TV though. I'm watching on TV. Shout out to my Uncle Don, y'all. Mass deportations. We in the movie. We on it. Mass deportations, man. We on it. We gotta get them the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, we
gotta get them the fuck up out of here.
I'm a Mexican.
We gotta get them the fuck up out of here, man. We gotta get them the fuck up out of here. But like I said, man, this is the Prophecies, man. Until the next time, shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody that commented. And especially a big shout out to Marilyn who came on, showed her brave face, even though she had on, her scarf and was in a bed.
Chill, you ain't telling the truth. You're telling too much of the truth.
Shout out to you, Marilyn, for coming on and joining us.
What is the P hat for?
Speaking your 1-2.
Where is the P hat?
I cannot.
Oh, the paper plane that T normal got. You normal have with the P on it. The paper plane joint.
I don't know what's happening right now, man. I don't know what's happening.
You got a thing for hats.
Got a thing for hats. All right.
Diana, shout out to you. We see that you're having surgery.
Shout out to Diana. Put some prayers in the chat for Diana, man. Diana always come through and support us. Make sure y'all keep her in y'all prayers. And
that is not a P. That is the Flyers, Philadelphia Flyers hockey team.
Yeah, this is a Philadelphia Flyers.
Philadelphia type of thing.
So shout out to you, Diana. Hopefully, you have a quick and successful surgery and an even quicker recovery.
For sure.
Shout out to you, Marilyn. Confidence is on the checklist.
Definitely.
Confidence is on the checklist, Marilyn. So shout out to you. Man.
Growth ain't growth positive. Growth is necessary in life, and growth is amazing.
True, but some people grow negatively too.
Yeah, for sure.
So, some people start smoking cigarettes. They start smoking crack.
But I ain't fuck that.
You can grow in a negative way. You can grow.
I'm not smoking no crack. I might smoke a cigarette or two, but I ain't smoking no crack. No, I don't smoke no cigarette. That shit smells nasty.
That's a fact, man. Grace is definitely key, Lady Bitch. That's a great word. We must allow and employ grace and show and care with empathetic hearts, people.
I learned a lot tonight. Don't. I learned a lot. I definitely. I'm digesting a lot. Not saying I haven't, heard all this stuff before, but it hits home, and that's the beauty in life. Lessons can be learned no matter what age you are, no matter where you are in life. Lessons can be learned. If you allow yourself and open yourself up to learn, you will learn. But no, regardless, it's never too late.
Discernment is definitely necessary, Lady B. Y'all don't understand the amount of discernment that we employ or explore as men, because if y'all knew all the other boxes that we turned down, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'll be in the house, man.
I'm just saying. It be some discernment. It be some discernment going on. Don't ever get that twisted. It be some discernment going on.
Absolutely. Life is about love. Love and life goes together.
Be some discernment going on, man. How do you feel about the listen, don't judge shit now? I'm against it.
Listen, don't judge.
Yeah, we listen, we don't judge.
What, to do that skit shit?
No, not the skit, but it comes from the skit, but just the sentiment. We listen, we don't judge. How do you feel about it?
It's impossible.
That's what I'm saying. It's not real.
Because you're judging based upon what you feel to be the truth. Like, you can listen. I don't know, like, people want you to be robotic. That's not real. Like, I think we got to get out of these TikTok. I can't wait for the
TikTok to die.
Like, I think we become a world so enamored with technology.
That's
at
right.
Our hand.
You judge righteously,
right? Technology is such at our hands and our disposal. We've really, yes, we've transformed into a more technological field. We got a little bit smarter when it comes to that, but we got so dumb. We don't look for information no more. We just wait for somebody to tell it to us, and we believe that. Right. We've been tricked out of our spots so much because this is what social media and these apps that we consume more than we consume anything else healthy tell us to do. Like, before these apps came along, what were we doing? We were just looking up answers and looking up information and gathering information based upon,
having conversations.
And having conversations. But now our life becomes a scroll up.
Right.
That's what the exercise that we get every day is the exercise of our fingers scrolling up and scrolling down and worrying about who posted this or who didn't like my post or who seen. I had somebody ask me a question. Did you see my post about me doing this? I said, I don't even be people think I'm on Facebook a lot because I might post a picture. I post something on my page about it. I don't be really into what people got going on Facebook because it's a circus to me. So, I just think we become so sheltered with these things that really ain't good for us. Just look, we're good. Yeah, TikTok has shown some things that we can learn from, and Facebook has shown some things that we may take some shortcuts into things. But in the grand scheme of things, hasn't it driven a wedge between you and friends or you and people that whatever, or hasn't it made you stop looking up information because the first time somebody posted we think is true? It just be crazy. Or look at like, I was thinking about this last week, and I'm glad I didn't come on. Last week, I was thinking, like, look at the shows that we grew up on, the Cosbys. And T just had this, T and Mike, if you haven't seen last week, Game 7, where they did the shows, top 15, top 20 shows. Look at those shows that we named from yesteryear. Cosby Show, different Who's World. The Boss, Different World, all those things. It showed us what family structure looked like. It showed us the ins and outs of family and homes. Look at the information that we consume now, or the shows that we consume now. It's baddies. It's all those fighting. Everybody want to be fighting on love and hip hop. The narratives is always shown, and everybody got to have a disagreement and an argument, and everybody got to get their point across, and everybody is trying to out this other person. And everybody want to show. It's all negative. It's nothing positive anymore on TV that we consume. We're digesting all of this negativity, and we wonder why we're overweight. We wonder why we have so many diseases. We wonder why our minds don't work like they used to. We wonder why we have problems in our household and we can't have a general conversation with a person without having broken English or saying everyday slangs, or because the information and the things that we consume is trash, and we need to get back to consuming informational type of things and getting that love back into it. Look at those shows we look at; they not love filled. They based upon trash. They based upon trash, and then you bring that shit home into your relationship, or you bring that shit into a relationship that you might got with another person. And not gonna have to be sexual, but it's just a relationship it's just craziness, right? I don't even watch it. I cut the TV off when I come home, and I really just be in there reading, or I just really be chilling. I don't really be having too much to do with the whatever. Now people might see me on my phone. I'm on football apps.
That's what I'm about to say, man. My
I'm watching
challenge,
sports.
my whole challenge to people is this, man. When you with your person, having dates and traveling and all that is all fine and dandy. But make sure you're spending that one-on-one time.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure when you're spending that one-on-one time, those phones is away. And everybody, you ain't in that corner or you ain't on that side of the bed and I'm scrolling and you scrolling. You're like, look at this. Oh, fuck all that. Put them phones down and talk to each other. Put them phones down and talk to each other. And that is the challenge to moving forward.
It's crazy. I went to a concert not too long ago, a comedy show, Kevin Hart joint. When we got in there, they made us put our phone inside this little bag. Why? People was like, I want to record. I want to take pictures. I want to do this. He said, I want y'all to enjoy the show. You can't do that when you can't enjoy the show the way I want you to enjoy the show if you weren't about posting this for people to see where you at. You really can't get what I'm saying, the gist of the show, if you taking pictures and everything like that. You missing it. You missing the experience. You paid $100, $200, $300, $400, $500 for a seat, and all you doing is worrying about doing this. Trying to capture so you can show somebody else that's home not doing it. Enjoy your outing. Enjoy the experience. Stop worrying about social media and all that other stuff. It's going to be there. It's going to be there. Consume things that mean something in life. Let's start living life again. We don't live life. The first thing we want to do is pull our phones out. And this and that. We don't do anything no more self-fulfilling. Let's do that. And then we can start healing ourselves. Then we can start worrying about how I can communicate better. Now I can worry about how I'm going to fix my flaws and this, that, and the third, and make my pros a little bit more strong.
I'll be trying to self-fulfill that. Let's get out of here.
Honestly, no one knows.
Let's get out of here, people. We'll see y'all next time, man. Y'all have a good one. Deuces.